Okay, everybody. Thanks for waiting up on us. A lot of fun tonight. They're proud of the way the team responded. Really, the entire week. It's for us. It was a battle against ourselves, and I think our team, much more. I think mentally in tune to play 4 quarters, and I think you saw that as. We played a lot of different groups, a lot of different guys. Sideline was engaged the entire way, a lot of great energy, and then made some good improvements for the second game. So, fun night, fun to be able to get a lot of different guys in the game and see them do well with the opportunities. So, proud of the way we responded this second week, and we know these challenges are going to keep coming, and we know we got a big one coming up next week that we're much looking forward to. And so we've got to keep pushing out of our comfort zones each and every week. And so this one's in the books. We did a good job with it. We'll be excited to get on to the next challenge.
All right, thank you, Coach. We'll go to questions. We'll start with Ryan Aber.
Yeah, Lincoln, going back to what you just said there, sort of competing against yourselves tonight, specifically on the defensive side. What did you see in that regard when you look at some of the things that didn't go as well as you would have liked last week? Coverage, other things like that.
Yeah, communication was better. We didn't have some of the busts and the gifts that we felt like we gave them last week. I thought coverage was tighter overall, and we just played more sound football. We tackled better. Just did a nice job, and it was big, obviously, getting those turnovers in the second half. The turnovers, the 4th down stops, all of that. So I thought it was a pretty complete performance. Certainly much improved in the execution of our scheme.
Appreciate it, Lincoln.
Mm-hmm.
John Hoover.
Lincoln, I was just going to follow up on that. Low number of penalties, no turnovers, efficient on 3rd downs. Even your punter got a little work tonight. Did you get what you wanted out of this week? Or I know you said there's still more to improve on, but overall, did you get what you wanted?
I do think we took some positive steps this week. I mean, I think we were locked in and responded to some of the challenges, and so proud of the way that we handled it. I think the thing for us, it's not easy. You got to go do it, but it was pretty obvious to everybody in here that we needed to go have a great week based on how we played in the second half in the first game. And so now the new challenge is, all right, you played a complete game, you did some good things, everybody feels better in the locker room, all of that. What do we do with that? Are we still, is there a sense of satisfaction? Or are we a hungry team that knows we got a long ways to go, we're going to get a lot better? And we had a successful week because we were allowed ourselves to be pushed out of our comfort zone and work and improve and be very intentional about everything tonight. Nothing should change. And so we got to have a tough week and continue our climb.
Brandon Drum.
Hey, Lincoln. You played a lot of young guys actually tonight, but 2 that kind of stood out to me, and I just kind of want your response on them, is Danny Stutzman and Ethan Downs. Can you talk about their game? They just seem to bring a lot of energy.
They do. No, they do. Those are 2 kids that we found out pretty quick. You know what you're going to get out of them in terms of effort and physicality, and they go. I mean, there's not a hesitation that sometimes you get with some freshmen. I mean, they go, and they're both physical players and aggressive players, and so they both have really, really bright futures here. They did some really nice things tonight, and you love seeing the aggression at a young age, and they certainly both have that.
James Hale.
Hey, Lincoln, I'm curious. Your quarterbacks look great tonight. I'm curious without you looking at film, and I know you just watched the game. What did you think of your 3 guys that got in the game? They all look really good tonight.
Yeah, I thought we were more patient. I thought we just kind of played within the scheme the whole night and trusted the scheme and trusted the guys around us. Just played a cleaner game really overall. So yeah, I was proud of the way Caleb came in there and played. Not obviously the easiest situation to go into sometimes, in that you don't have the full offense at your disposal, and you're trying to obviously use clock, but I thought he handled it well, did a lot of good things, and then Ralph came in and did a good job leading us to a score in his one drive too. So good to get those guys in the game and see them perform well.
A lot of growth for Spencer from game 1. I mean,
Yeah,
he,
yeah.
he just looked so much better. Look,
Yeah, I think he was just more patient. Really just a mindset to just go execute, and really never got off of that. And that's what the best ones do. They can get in that kind of that to that high level of focus and be able to maintain it. And he was much better there today.
thanks, Lincoln.
Mason Young.
Lincoln, got to see all four of your running backs tonight. Just your thoughts on their play, and also improved blocking from the O-line this week in terms of in the run game.
Yeah, I thought we were cleaner in the run game. I think everything. I thought we coached a little bit better, just putting our guys in position to succeed. I'm not talking about the whole line, just really the whole offense. And I thought our guys, more consistent physicality, more consistent mentality, less mental mistakes. And then I thought our backs ran through some stuff and ran aggressive too. So it was the run game was strong all night. Just kind of, we got it going early, which is always a big key, and we're able to ride it out.
Kenny Carlson.
Hey, Lincoln, that consistency you talked about seems like this is a pretty good game across the board in that regard, considering you referenced what's on the horizon, that Nebraska game out there. I think I went back and you were still at ECU when this series was announced. It's been a long time, but now it's here. What does that mean just for you, for this team? Will you take a minute at any point this week to sort of reflect on just the gravity of this rivalry being renewed?
Yeah, I bet when I was at ECU, I wasn't thinking too much about that. Wasn't thinking I would maybe be coaching here or be the head coach in that game. Kind of wild, honestly, to think about still. But yeah, it's so cool they brought it back. What a great job by Joe C and our administration to bring this one back. It's important. It's been an important game in our game's history, and so I will. I think you have to appreciate, especially ones like these that you don't get every year. Obviously, this is a little bit of a one-offer right now, and so I think we definitely have to appreciate it for what it is, and I think what it can become as far as the bringing so many people back that were a part of this for years and years and years, coaches and players. So no, it's a special one. I mean, there's no two ways about it.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Byron Patton.
Does that include Lincoln kind of educating your players on what this series has been about? Because they're so young, they probably don't know the history of it. Is that part of the educational week for them?
We will. We will spend a little time with our guys on the education. It's a fine line because for us, we've got to I think we've already proven when we focus on ourselves, we're a little bit better team, and so majority of the focus will be on ourselves and going and playing a good game. Let's go make it a great memory, and something we can look back on and be proud of, and we'll do that by our work. But on the flip side, it is important to me that the guys understand, what this game means, the history behind it, and some of the greats. So we'll make sure that our guys are aware and ready to go.
So Eric Gray, kind of comment on his performance. Looked like he was kind of more in tune. He did some of the things you guys had talked about.
Yeah, I thought he ran more decisive. Throughout the game, I thought he trusted it more. Made a couple big plays, obviously. So it's good to see him get going. And I think, he took some steps on some of the things that we saw last week. So it's what we expected. We expected he would take a jump, and he did.
Kerry Murdoch. Kerry, unmute. I can't hear Kerry. I don't know if anyone else can.
Yeah, no, even though he wouldn't, couldn't hear him.
Yeah. All right. Any more questions for Coach Riley? Ryan, go ahead.
Yeah, Lincoln, just want to ask you about your receivers tonight. What'd you think about that group? A lot of young guys, Mario Williams and Jaden Hazelwood, who's not necessarily young, but been out for a while. What'd you think about the way those guys performed, and also any injury updates on the guys who were hurt tonight?
I thought the receivers as a whole played pretty well. We had a couple of big plays, so we blocked pretty well. Had a couple of drops, so we certainly got to clean up. But Yeah, like you said, a lot of guys made plays, came in there, stepped up, did some good things. Really was able to get it from a number of different guys. You know, felt like we spreaded the ball. I hadn't seen the stats yet, but it felt like the ball was spread around really the entire game, which is, you know, typically when we're at our best. So, yeah, as far as some of the guys that got dinged up, we'll have to take a look at them. I don't think there was anything serious right now, but we'll see how some of those guys respond after they get looked at tonight.
Appreciate it.
Mm-hmm. Mike, you still there?
I think he's just coming back.
Yeah, I got a quick question for you, Lincoln.
Go ahead, John. Sorry, I lost my internet
That's
connection.
fine. You talked about him last December. You talked about him in February. Is this freshman class maybe starting to exceed even your expectations, or is it just too soon to think like that?
Yeah, it's too soon. I mean, they're doing some good things, which we expected that they would. You know, but it's just this thing's such a long journey. You know, we're going to need these guys to continue to improve and to not hit any type of wall. We're going to need them to really push through, and because obviously the challenges are going to get more difficult as we go along. They're going to be different challenges every week, and it's one of the biggest differences from high school to college is you know, you have to be at your best, and you have to improve and take the steps, and you got to do it each and every week, or you can get exposed. So we'll keep pushing them. I'm excited about what they're doing, absolutely, but a long ways to go.
Okay, a couple more here. Brandon Drum.
Yeah, Lincoln. Last year, Perry Winfrey came on pretty late in the season, started playing a lot better. This year, it seems like he started out pretty fast. Last year, he was getting in the backfield. It seemed to sometimes like overrun some guys. Has he kind of learned how to control himself going in there? Because he's been, you know, making a couple sacks here and there.
Yeah, no, that was a big point of emphasis with him was finishing plays. And you're right, he was in position on, you know, several times last year, and just we felt like he didn't make as many of them as as we thought he could. So worked on a lot of different things with him. You know, his flexibility, short area quickness. You know, just learning to anticipate where these plays are going to hit and how guys are going to react when he gets in the backfield, because he does it so well and so often. So he's in better shape. He's better mentally. He's in a much better place, and I think we're seeing, you know, some of the results here. And he looked like he played quite a bit better tonight from his game one performance.
What is a player like him in the middle? How does that free up you guys on the edge?
It changes everything. I mean, that's the one part you can't, you know, run away from. You know, it's a part of every single play. And when you got a guy that can push the pocket and can create disruption in the run game, it makes life tough. And you're right, it does, you know, free up other guys on the edges to really be aggressive.
Thanks, Lincoln.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I think Carrie's good to go now.
Can you hear me?
We're all good.
Okay, sorry about that. Lincoln, I'm just wondering how nice it was after everything been through to see Jaden come out with 2 touchdowns tonight. And also, could you talk about adding Isaiah as a team captain?
Yeah, Jaden did a good job. Made a couple competitive plays down there, and you know, he had a couple really physical plays. So he continues to get better. You know, I thought he did some good things the first week too, but you know, he's got a high ceiling. You know, he's going to continue to improve. You know, each week it's been a long time since he's played, you know, significant amount of ball. So we see him taking steps each week, and he's working hard on the practice field. He's got a strong desire to keep improving. So we'll continue to coach him hard, and I think he'll get better and better. What was your other question?
About you guys naming Isaiah.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
Captain.
Yeah. No, it was good. It's you know, he got named originally, and we didn't do it the first week because of what happened off the field. And but he you know, was a guy that was he got a lot of votes. He was a very popular choice for team captain, and he's got a strong voice on this team and has really built himself up and done it the right way. So it was great to name him. The guys were really excited about it, and I know it meant a lot to Isaiah as well.
Do you think he's a guy that, not that he got overlooked, but maybe his what he meant to the team is kind of now in these first couple of games really starting to show even more just what he means overall to that defense?
Yeah, maybe overlooked on the outside, never in here. I mean, he's we've always appreciated him, and as he's become a better player, he's been a big part of it here for a while, and I think has always been a guy that kind of moves the needle as far as our team and our defense is concerned.
Thanks, Lincoln.
All right, Coach. I think that's it for tonight. Appreciate
All right,
it.
thank you all.